Think you know what a pageant must be like for those participating? According to the 2016 Rose of Tralee, Maggie Rose McEldowney, the old-fashioned pageant ideal of pitting competitive women against one another on the basis of beauty and body shape is nothing like the experience of the International Rose of Tralee Festival. As for talent, Rose contestants perform only if they choose to, and as entertainment for the thousands of audience members from around the world who gather each year in celebration of this festival of Irish heritage. In Maggie's case, she decided to perform a special Irish song taught to her by her uncle, and which she kindly shares in this 64 and More interview.
I sang a song called A Little Bit of Heaven. My uncle Kevin McEldowney, he's been singing that at our we'll have like Irish sing-songs in our family parties. And that's been his song for years. It's a beautiful song about how Ireland came to be, and it's an oldie but a goodie, and I thought it would be something that no one else would try to sing. So I went for it, and I think people really enjoyed it.
Can you sing us a little bit of it?
Sure, if you want me to.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. Sure, a little bit of heaven fell from out the sky one day, and nestled on the ocean in a spot so far away. And when the angels found it, sure it looked so sweet and fair, they said, suppose we leave it, for it looks so peaceful there. So they sprinkled it with stardust just to make the shamrocks grow. 'Tis the only place you'll find them, no matter where you go. Then they dotted it with silver to make its lakes look grand, and when they had it finished, sure they called it Ireland.
That was beautiful.
It's a sweet little song.
Oh my God, I'm in tears over here. That was lovely. No wonder you won.
Oh my God,
Oh, that's
adorable. Some of the
adorable.
girls, they are so talented.
Yeah, well, I would suggest that you have your own talent. 2 nights of fun performing if people choose to, and then does it end on that second night, or is there another day where you all get together and they choose? Like, how does it finish off?
They split our interviews 16 and 16. So
Okay.
we each kind of get to speak a little bit, and then these
And is it all done in front of an audience?
Yes, a huge, so they call it the Dome. It's actually a tent outside the Rose of Tralee Hotel.
Did you have a sash that said Chicago?
Rose. We were all a bunch of girls, but then as soon as we put those sashes on, it took on a whole new level of importance. It was who you're representing. It was bigger than you. So that was a really cool part of the
But
festival.
not in a way that was about anything but your community and your heritage, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because it goes against the grain of pageants, competitions, beauty, whatever you want to call it, which would be the supposition anyone would make just in seeing your image of a sash and a tiara.
Right. Which is funny. So, I kept trying to say it's not a competition. So I was rooting for every other girl as they were rooting for me. Like, I never wanted anyone to mess up on stage. I never wanted anyone to, I was genuinely heartbroken when a girl would walk out of an interview and would be bawling because she didn't feel like she did well. Your heart went out for them because I guess I wasn't in there to win it. I was in there to represent Chicago, to represent my family in Ireland. You want to do that for everyone you're representing. I didn't walk into an interview thinking, what do I say to win them over? You want to be yourself. Everyone kept telling me, like, you have no idea what you're in for. I can't put into words what an amazing experience it is. And it really is. It seems like a dream. You walk into a room and people, they treat you like you're famous. And you're not. I'm a South Sider from Chicago who works in a development office. I'm a nobody. And they treat you like a somebody. And that took a couple days to adjust. And then, the girls that you meet, you weren't sure if they were going to be like you or if you would have anything in common. And then one after the other, you're like, you love one girl more than the next. It was camaraderie. We were a team, we were a class, we were together in this. We were rooting for each other. There were just countless times where one girl would be helping out another, whether it be with a hug, whether it be with a kind word, or if you needed to chat. We were there for each other. The committee that works on this festival, they're volunteers. They're volunteering their time to create this magical experience for not only us, but the people of Tralee, the families and friends who came to travel from the centers, the center directors, the visitors, the tourists from around the world. I mean, you can't put it into words. You really have to experience it firsthand. There are things for all ages. I mean, the kids, you're like a Disney princess. For the people your age, it's a blast. For the families, I mean, I can't tell you how many times, because we go to bed, we're not out partying, but my brother and his fiance and our friends and family, they'd be like, oh, it was a late one last night. It's just a 24-hour fun, positive, and my parents were the same way. They weren't sure how the other parents were going to be or if they were going to be, stage moms. But she said, every couple you met, they were wonderful and they were supportive of your daughter. And so that was really a cool aspect of the festival.